How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading when the price is going up or down. Over on total for the daily, we are attempting to get a bit of a bounce back. We are shy of a rounding bottom here because the screen candle is stopping just short of that red candle, but there's still time for that to close just even with that candle, which either way, if followed by a strong green candle, could help push us forward yet. Our momentum is starting to pull back. That VWAP is bearish, and the money flow is breaking into bearish territory. So I would watch that close. This could be a head and shoulders, though, inverted head and shoulders. So we have this drop, another drop here. Then your shoulder would be a little like goofy, in my opinion. If you wanted to draw that as a head and shoulders, you could. Technically, your shoulder would just be like really lopsided and kind of a little deformed, but we could measure from the neckline and then measure that forward. And if we can break through this range, that could give us a push up toward that 936 area. So that would be a decent run up for us. That VWAP is starting to favor bearish, so I would just exercise caution and watch for a rejection. Remember, you want to trade on confirmations. Momentum is starting to pull back. Our VWAP does have lower lows with lower highs, so we do have a bearish trend, and if that does not reverse, that money flow could break into the red, and we could end up selling off. So again, watch this lower time frame very quick. And the MPP does look like it is projecting. There's about 50% chance of us bouncing where we are right now, making a higher low, ideal scenario, and then a 50% chance of dropping down to the 771. So I would watch because that would be quite the drop, and that would be close to our previous support level. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we are pushing forward. So again, remember, this push forward is a little concerning because that push forward is pushing us away from our gap. That gap does have an 80% chance of fill. So remember, if we continue to push up here and we do revisit that 100K range, I would just exercise caution because we may not see stability there and we could see a rejection, pull back to the gap, at which point we would look for an ideal higher low in the bigger term, which could help push us beyond that if we were able to see that scenario. Our stochastic is starting to pull back. Momentum is rounding. That VWAP is in bearish territory, but trying to bounce back and bring money flow into the green. So again, watch lower time frames. If that VWAP can break bullish and hold, then we could push forward there on the daily, which would give us the chance for some strong green candles. Over on the 1 hour, though, we do have a bearish trend on that VWAP. We have lower highs and lower lows, and we are staying below that neutral, bringing momentum lower and causing the money flow to start to pull back. So again, I would exercise caution because if that VWAP continues to drop away here, then momentum and money flow will continue to pull back, showing people are selling off, and we could visit that value area high again. So I would not want to see that because if we broke that value area high, then we could see quite the move down. But over on Bitcoin for the daily, we are attempting to run up. So we tried to invalidate our rising triangle, and now we are pretty much filled where that triangle would have been. Our momentum is starting to pull back. VWAP does want to push forward. Our money flow is in the green, so we do look like we're starting to gain strength, depending on those lower time frames, if they can hold bullishly or not. Over on the 1 hour, I would just watch. This was a bit of a straight channel. We did mention this in the Discord. So this was a bit of a straight channel, and we could see some sort of a rejection. Actually, the highs and lows don't really connect too well, so this may be a slight bullish continuation, which could be positive because that could help push us forward. Ideally, we would not break down below this like 95K if we're going to continue to step up from here. But that VWAP does have a bearish trend, so again, watch that VWAP because if it continues to hold bearish here, momentum will start to weaken, money flow can pull back, and then that would give us an environment for those stronger red candles. Over on graph for the daily, it does look like we are trying to make a bounce back here as well, pushing up toward that previous resistance. So again, watch for this to be a higher low, but we did get that full breakdown from that rising channel, so we will delete that. Our stochastic is starting to pull back. Our RSI is starting to push forward. That VWAP is in the bullish territory, pushing the momentum higher and helping try to push that money flow further up. So again, watch these lower time frames. If they can hold bullishly, then we could continue to push forward, and that would be what would try to carry us past that 11-cent area. Our momentum is pushing forward. We have higher highs. We are pretty maxed out, so keep that in mind. But that VWAP does want to push forward, and we do look a little better than some of the other coins right now. just exercise caution if we see a lower low, because that lower low could bring that momentum down, at which point that would weaken our money flow and try to bring us lower. So over on XRP for the daily, we do have that full breakdown from that bear flag scenario. So remember, that was that lower time frame scenario. So hopefully you capitalize on that. We did push down to about 212. Momentum is pulling back. VWAP is bearish, but starting to stagnate. So watch that close, because if it continues to stagnate or push forward, we could see some bullish momentum build, which could try to take us higher. Again, just exercise caution and watch for any kind of rising channels that may start to form, but right now this does look like more of a bullish continuation to me. Over on the 1 hour, this could be some sort of a goofy head and shoulders here as well, like a shoulder, a head, and then a shoulder trying to carve out here. That would be highly speculative. We would need to push back up toward that 225, and then we would need to break beyond that to get any kind of shoulder and then a break forward. But that momentum is pushing down, starting to round forward. So if that momentum can bounce with that VWAP pushing into bullish territory, then money flow can remain green, and that would push higher time frames up. But remember, if that VWAP continues to favor bearish, that's where we would continue to push down. So I would just exercise caution, because if we see that VWAP favor bearish, price action likely is going to break. So remember, hit the like and subscribe and join us in that Discord real quick. But over on Anchor for the daily, last but not least, we are seeing a push forward. So we did try to hit that 2020 again, but we got rejected. Momentum is pushing down. That VWAP is starting to favor bearish. Our money flow is favoring bearish as well, due to that VWAP favoring bearish. So again, watch lower time frames. We need them to break bullish if we're going to run up. Ideally, we would make this a higher low and then continue that bounce for that maximum gain of around that 25-cent zone. Again, don't go for the max pain or max gain when you're trading, because that's how you get wrecked more often than not. Over on the 1 hour, we do have a couple gaps to the bottom. They're not very big. We did kind of gap our way down. We did kind of jump around, filling gaps on the way up. So again, I would watch, because our next gap would be somewhere around this 2033, which would be above that support. And then if we can hold that, our gap beyond that is going to be around 21 cents. So those would be the next kind of resistance areas I would watch. If we can break and hold above them, then we're going to try to continue forward up toward that maximum break up. That VWAP does want to break through the neutral. We are seeing a bit of a bullish break, so watch for higher highs with higher lows. If we can see that, momentum will continue its round with the green dot, pushing money flow further in the green, strengthening higher time frames, and helping us run up. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Again, hit the like and subscribe and join us in that Discord.